Salam alaikum, kif halik, kifukum shnolnik, shalom, merhaba, konnichiwa, ni hao, namaste, privyet, bonjour, buongiorno, saludos, hola, dag, haj, barev, yak shamash, je suis Ali, Anna Alex. My name is Alex. I am the CEO of Orca Oshi Capital Management. Shout out to my partner, Ronnie, BTS, and an electronic dance music DJ. Diving right in. Also, un indépendant fils de Saint-Esprit pour moi, je suis malade. Anna Moreda, Anna Moshaba, aka I'm sick, so we'll just medicinal. Have any of the American people calculated in their heads 250,000 first-time jobless claims for 4 weeks in a row is $1 million? And we're continuing to see this pace. While as Americans, I'm going to probably get really heated and hyped. We tend to have this me, my, I mentality, and then let's just blame the Federal Reserve. Okay, how do I say this nicely? Your decision making is not the Federal Reserve's fault. And I just got back from Manhattan, and I am traumatized with the amount of investment bankers walking around believing the Fed is going to save them. I'm sorry, nothing from which I have read from 1913 onward says anything as such. And I was going to wait to make a video after the Jackson Hole meeting, but I figured why not just make multiple videos and say several things, such as, why aren't we speaking about purchase power? Why am I not hearing anyone talking about how their ultra high net worth individuals are really damn well cared for? And not saying it because they're stuck in an NDA, but saying it because they know what they're doing. I am so frustrated because the institutional bankers, not all of them, of course, the ones that are high up, CEOs, they know what they're doing, but the people my age don't seem to give a damn. It's all about, can I work from home? What perks can I get? And I'm thinking, ultra high net worth individuals don't give a damn if you need to meditate and do yoga and take some mental health space. Get out of the field of finance. They need to know, can you sustain purchase power? Meaning, is their dollar going to get a bang for their buck? Because I have to be thinking, these brilliant minded billionaires are not going to be sitting there very happy if, let's just say, one day China wakes up and all of a sudden comes the world reserve currency and their high net worth just plummeted from a hack. That could happen. Speaking of China, why don't we just send them an edible arrangements of congratulations for just, I don't know, their advancement of their digital yuan, which is now being allowed for transportation purposes and also card payment methods, meaning people are able to use it transactionally, linked to a banking card. We have housing mortgage rates finally down, but we're also now in the housing recession, which I've been speaking of. And I find it interesting. No one wants to speak about this, which is, what is everyone going to do to make sure, especially right now with the currency and Forex, again, triangular arbitrage, hypothetically, allegedly, super fun. With digitalization, super duper fun with central bank digital currencies, that's going to become a reality. So for all the investment bankers running around Manhattan wanting to do meet and greets, which I find to be super duper weird because just yikes, what are you all doing? The fintech and blockchain industry is here to stay. I love the Goldman Sachs and other banks are embracing blockchain technology. Us geeks have won an aspect to it's not going anywhere. Now, cryptocurrency is different than blockchain technology itself. Cryptocurrency is created using blockchain technology. Well, some of it could be argued otherwise. Nonetheless, blockchain technology is peer-to-peer transactions without a third party needed. Immutable. I hope I could dumb that down and I can do a whole video on that, because as someone who loves herself some Forex to digitalization back to Forex, it would be moi, yours truly. But all the more reason, America, let's get out of ourselves for a moment. Let's talk about the world aside from China, cactus fucking. Sorry, I thought I was not going to curse, but I'm definitely going to curse. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. They have new people applying, including Saudi Arabia, which أنا معك عربية but أنا أسلم للكل. I've been saying the microeconomics of the Middle East is going to be the mecca for investing with the SoftBank $100 billion vision fund, etc. Shout out to SoftBank. Brilliant. Masa's still brilliant. I'm so, what's the word? Stupefied now seeing people celebrate certain funds losses when people don't realize those funds, for example, let's just say hypothetically, allegedly, BlackRock. Let's say BlackRock loses money. People get so excited. I'm thinking, first off, Larry Fink is not giving a fuck what you guys have to say. He's sitting on 10 trillion. He's chilling. Blackstone, amazing. 50 billion, ready to swap up some real estate. Good for you. Schwartzman, amazing. These men are so freaking talented. Hello, my age group. Can you please wake up and learn something? Am I the only one that wants to join them? Please. Like, I will grab your coffee. I will do whatever it takes to sit with you. But to celebrate losses that antiquate to 0.001% of a whole whatnot, and then to consider them an enemy, and is just despicable behavior. Speaking of despicable behavior, credit card use is up 13%, and I think it is sitting at 860 billion plus. 1 in 6 Americans couldn't pay their energy bills this month. Yay. And I'm so frustrated. I think too, because I have so many friends that served in the military. Thank you for my stock portfolio. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There is no cynicism in what I say. And shout out to Boone, who survived Benghazi, who is a dear friend of mine. I love you to death, and thank you for everything you've done for this country of America that is doing nothing for its veterans. Nonetheless, Trans-Arabian Pipeline? Am I missing something? Why do we want Saudi Arabia and Egypt and Turkey to join BRICS? Are we okay with these allies being built? Everybody keeps talking about NATO, 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 and I'm going, hello, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Turkey, Saudi Arabia. And then, not to include, Russia is chilling. They don't give a damn. They've got foreign currencies stacked up. Iraq has its foreign currency stacked up. America, the Trans-Arabian Pipeline is the shortest transport of oil. You have Israel, Lebanon. I'm sorry, I'm getting so worked up over this stream. Forgive me. It's the shortest transport of oil. Runs through Iraq. We're military guarding it. And at what point did we allow Aramco to simply become just Middle Eastern? Aramco was the most extraordinary. If you read The Seven Sisters by Anthony Sampson, Aramco was it. America, KSA, USA, that was that oil company. The influencer of all influencers. You have Russia, which is the biggest, but you have Aramco, which is the most influential. And so how are we just giving up our inheritance and allowing these to form without any type of skin in the game, grit, foreign policy? I have no idea, but we are going to see the worst depression, arguably worse than 1929, because at least there were toasters and there were some sort of inventions, but this is not recoverable. The fact that my tax dollars are going to be paying student loan debt for luxury branded degreed individuals who, again, for the 80,000th time, say the Federal Reserve does not print the money, the Treasury prints the money, the Federal Reserve holds its assets in SOMA. Now, when the Fed starts to shrink its balance sheet, I'm so interested of how this is going to work, being we're in a housing depression. Shouldn't mortgage rates, even though they're down, cause home buyers to go up? Oh, wait, they can't because nobody can qualify. And I just don't understand. I'm looking at Wall Street and I want to know who the hell is trading in this market with high leverage? Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, no judgment by all means. As a contrarian, I'm living for it. I'm here for it. But literally, what are you doing for your family? Because that is not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Look at history. The long-term debt cycle is up. We have the de-dollarization project of Russia from 2014. China that is just full effect and seems to be working. We're death by 1,000 cuts with sanctions that have done nothing to crucify the countries which it was supposed to protect or whatnot. I'm someone who could argue against sanctions all day long. Nonetheless, what are you doing to protect your purchase power? Or do you really believe what you're espousing in relation to trading right now? Really? What's the valuation? As a valuation investor, I want to know what corporations are actually worth something, which ones had buybacks, which ones are going to potentially be bailed out. Are we going to have bailouts? We seem to want to bail everything out, just like student loans. Are we going to bail corporations out? If so, can I get a list? It does not make sense. Whomever is trading this market right now, trying to compete against the best hedge funds in the freaking world, like Point72, who, Steve Cohen, you're amazing, and shout out to Rafa, you're amazing. Like, what? And then you have Jamie Dimon, who's an expert with market crashes. He came up with TARP, Troubled Asset Relief Program, or helped with that, 2008. He's definitely had his skin in the game. So JP Morgan Private, I know that they have their P's and Q's together. I see why David Solomon wanted people back in the office, because my gosh, I can't be around people my age without wanting to have a conniption. So I feel I'm venting to my LinkedIn friends who are all above the age of 50 that can give me sound advice and perhaps coping mechanisms, because America's failing. Okay, if you have not figured that out, I think it's funny that McMillian, maybe Walter, if I messed your name up, nothing but respect. The CEO of Walmart said, even rich people are penny pinching. Yeah, bro, that's because inflation was never transitory. But guess what? Jerome Powell might have said it, and maybe he didn't apologize for it, but shout out to the Minneapolis Fed Reserve Chair, who I think is a really damn good one. I do. I like how he moves. Very strategic. I might not agree with everything, but I like how the Minneapolis one works. But he was ready to just go full 1 basis point. Let's hike it. Let's go. Because the house of cards has to fall. And the quicker it falls, the quicker we can rebuild. Now, with that said, you have central bank digital currencies like China already taking off. America can't even get along. People can't even tweet without yelling. So, America, you need to get out of yourself and into the economy and look around and say, is this... We're the Instagram model that's photoshopped and so airbrushed, you don't even recognize us in person if you come here. And I think it is personal accountability that matters. Read history. Look at the interest rates that are going on. Look at Europe hitting a 20-year low to the euro in relation to the dollar, and people are thinking, oh, heck yeah, dollar dominance. And I'm thinking, are you preserving your purchase power, though? Because dollar dominance doesn't mean a damn thing if inflation is 10 to 20%, John from Shadow Stats. Whatever inflation might be, is your dollar actually getting a bang for its buck? Are you trading? Are you managing? Are you servicing your clientele where the dollar is getting a bang for its buck? Are you prepared? Do you have money on the sidelines ready to jump right in? Did you prepare as a contrarian, or are you really one of those people, and I've heard this, and so this is why I'm repeating it, who says the Federal Reserve will reverse course? I'm going to predict a 0.75 rate hike in September. Call me crazy, but I do like, there were 2 people that wanted to go 100 last time, full basis point, and I think they're going for it. There's no reason for them to slow down. They know that this thing has to crash. I do believe the housing market will eventually crash the stock market, but seeing random companies valuation just soar, and then seeing Robinhood lay off so many workers has me questioning who is doing all of this trading and for what? What do we not want to have companies and corporations that do have value? Because here's the caveat. When you have a corporation that has value, more than likely you're going to need employees that have a skill set, and that skill set is going to require jobs, and jobs help build an economy, versus zombie companies that have just been funneled from stimulation, I guess, by the government and by Robin Hooders, where there is no hope, where people are losing jobs, just going to do nothing. I want to say 25 million Americans didn't have enough to eat last week, but yet we're supposed to be the best country in the world. China's real estate market, I know, has gone down, and Evergrande's gone worthless, but I think we all knew that. Nobody can still tell me why China knew to stockpile all of the world's wheat and grain by 2021 of December. Can I get an answer, please? But for anyone that does not know how you're going to maintain purchase power or protect your currency, then I suggest you fire those people and hire someone else. I would say myself, but this is not even a plug. Hire someone who knows how to get into between digital and Forex and also knows how to prototype digitalization, because digitalization of finance is going to be the future. China's made that quite known, and unfortunately Americans, I believe it's personally too late. I hope I'm wrong. Let me know. I know this video runs a little bit long and I'm a little bit stressed out just because of what I just witnessed in Manhattan. I literally fled. I could not. My ears were burning when I was hearing the way that these people were talking so flippantly about, that's not the proper posturing to take if you don't think finance is a 24/7, 365, always learning, always reading, rapid industry. Get out. And back to Tim Te Amo.